Hey, welcome to Compassion Masters TV, where we share our lives because you matter. We're your host. I'm Miss Toy, here with my son Layton.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks again for another episode.
Thank you, everybody, for your positive feedback and your support for last week's show when I did it by myself. You admitted that you're going through your own stuff. This is some weird times right now, so we're all going through some crazy feelings. So thank you for sharing that. It helps you. I appreciate that very much. I want to start today with asking all of you, all of us. I want to ask Layton. I want to ask myself. I'm going to answer it. I heard the question asked by my pastor, and I really like it because I think it's really poignant for what we're going through right now. So it's, are you living or just existing right now? So I'm going to answer first. I will say when I did the video last week, I was just existing. I mean, I really didn't feel good. I was just like getting up, going through the motions. That's what I consider just existing. But when I say today that I'm living, because I took my own advice, which was disappointments are inevitable, but it's discouragement that you make is a choice. If you decide to be discouraged, that's your own choice. Mm-hmm. So I decided to I'm disappointed by some stuff that's going on right now. But I'm not going to let that make me or break me. I'm just going to keep on waking up and just living because I want to live. What's the point of just existing?
Right.
You know? So I'm laughing more. I went to brunch with a friend, and we sat our distance. We wore our masks, sat outside. I mean, there are things that we can do to lower our exposure to the virus rather than just staying at home. So I went out to lunch, and I'm also going to breakfast coming up. And I'm looking forward to that because I'm still going to sit outside. I'm keep my distance, wear my mask, I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to do all that stuff.
Well, because, so just to go back, you feel like this is something you've been struggling with?
Yes.
Just not doing anything? Is
that
what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, when I did the show last week without you, that's what I was in here talking about. You didn't know, but I just was.
No, I'm just saying, I know, but I'm saying in general, like this feels like something struggle. You don't.
I've been, because I'm a nurse, I have to see it. And I think it's scary. I mean, even for me, now I'm walking around the hospitals as a supervisor, and the patients are being pushed down the hall that have the virus, and everybody has their gear on, and I'm always wearing my mask, but I can't deny that I don't want to bring it home. I don't want to bring it to y'all. I don't want to bring it to the baby. I don't want to be sick myself. Right. So if I said it doesn't bother me, I would be not telling the truth.
Yeah, no, I get it. It makes sense. I was just saying in general, like, not so much with the virus, but you talking about living and existing. I didn't understand. I didn't know that was something you were struggling with.
Yeah. Because I love seeing my friends. You say I didn't really go nowhere, but I didn't. But I like the opportunity. Mm-hmm. When we wanted to fly or go somewhere, we went. Mm-hmm. It may not have been as much as some people, but it was enough for me. Mm-hmm. And I just like the opportunity to do it. You know, I don't like being told, no, you got to stay home, stay away from people. That's not natural, you know. I think it's natural to be around people. I don't like it, but I do what I have to do because I'm a nurse. So I see both sides, like really. Mm-hmm. Like I see sick. I see deaf. I see people in my category getting sick. So it's not something I can ignore.
Well, that's what I'm asking because you used to be able to. Is what I'm saying. I don't know if it's something
it seemed like it. It seemed.
Well, you came home all the time making jokes about, this person, this and this happened, and like crazy stories that I didn't even want to hear the details of, and you would just be laughing about it. And
since the virus started?
No, I'm just talking about for years.
Other stuff as a nurse.
I mean, for 20 plus years, like ever since I remember, you always would just laugh about it and whatever. It was just fine.
Yeah.
So the virus, increases the sickness, but you work in a hospital. So for you, it didn't really change much because you're gonna see that anyways. But I just didn't understand that was something you were struggling with because you've always been good at dealing with that. So that's why I was asking.
Because I am good at general sickness and death and illness and that type of thing. We've talked about that. I am good at dealing with that. What I'm struggling with now is, and I told everybody last week on camera, you didn't hear it, is I like seeing people's mouths. I like seeing people's smiles. I like reading you. I can see whether you're frustrated with me even by your mouth. And I think I make fun of it because I match my mask with my outfit and I try to make it fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not natural that we're all walking around with masks on our face and it's just not natural. You
Yeah, no,
know,
it's definitely not.
and not to be around people that I care about. I haven't seen my friends in a long time, and they call me. It's not the same,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I do struggle with that, and I don't want to just walk in here gloom and doom all the time because it is my job. I do deal with sickness, and I'm okay with that. What's different now is that they're saying don't really be around the people you care about. That's what's different.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
yeah.
Okay, so going into these, you said we're asking these questions.
Living. Are you living
Oh,
or
you're.
just existing? I want
Um,
everybody at home to think about that because I think it was a really good question because living means we're still going on with life. Like we still having fun. We still, we're not going to let this get us down. We still, or are you just
well, I
flowing?
feel like, I mean, it depends. I think it's people. A lot of people are in the middle. I don't really think
It's either
it's.
or.
Well, yeah, it is at times, but I think it changes. One day you are, and one day you're not. I mean, just like how life works, it's just waves. So some are really, really good, and some you just feel like it's a routine. I have to get up at this time. I have
Yeah.
to go to work. I
Makes
have to
sense.
kind of just whatever. I mean, obviously, if you love what you do, it doesn't. Well, it might not feel like that, but I mean, for the most part, I think it just depends. Sometimes you have good days, and some you don't. So I would probably say I'm in the middle. Things are good, but they can always be better. But then it just depends if you look at it, the glass half empty or full. I feel like it's in the middle a lot of times.
Okay. So at the times when you were living, when you say you're in the middle, so when you're on the side of living more, what are the things that you're doing?
Not necessarily what you're doing. I think you just respond to things different. I mean, I guess yeah, you respond to things differently. You might just be in a better mood. You might just, and that can carry you to, deal with the rest of your day even better. So you can have two people go through the same routine during the day, but if you're not optimistic, then one person will interpret it as something like, oh, the day sucked or whatever, and the other one's like, oh, it wasn't so bad. It was actually good. I did this and that, and so I think it's just your attitude. So maybe it was just the days you wake up with a good attitude, or maybe something good happens in the morning,
That makes sense.
and then that attitude carries on throughout the day, I guess.
That's true. I told you guys about gut shots. I'm telling you, seriously. Now, when you take care of your stomach, you really are in a better mood. I have witnessed it
Yeah,
myself.
yeah, you tell me every single day.
Okay, well,
So yeah, get that for sure.
yeah, it's
Because otherwise she's gonna keep telling you.
no.
Next
I just
episode you're
want
gonna hear it
y'all to
again,
feel
and then the next
good.
Tuesday after that, and then yes. So, anyways,
Whatever.
okay. So, because this has already been 9 minutes, so
Okay,
the
so
question, the
I
other,
already said the living, and I already explained why I was living and the difference of existing. I already explained that. So now the reason why we're about to do what we're about to do, and I do want to preface it so everybody knows there's a reason for this. Okay, y'all know about my Beyond the Hospitals. Now let's just call what we just did Beyond the Hospital. That's just a side living, existing. Ask yourself later. But right now, I want you guys to know that I know for sure, no question, and you guys who know me know that I've always been in the space of helping other people. That's just who I am. I've known that since I was 14. I know that about you too. I think what we're deciding is how are we going to do that. So a while back, I started my mentorship years ago. I wasn't quite ready because I didn't have everything developed the way I would like it to be. But today, I want to share with you that I do plan on going forward with my mentoring program. We're going to be off air for maybe 3 months through the holidays, give time for my granddaughter to turn one, y'all. She'll be one. His daughter. We be one. I'm so excited by that. But we're going to take 3 months off, and I'll be preparing my program, and Layden will be taking care of his business as well. So we'll be back. One or both of us will be back in January. But I want to talk about the program. I'm going to be talking to young ladies. My focus is young ladies. I don't know. Layden likes young men. So we will continue on that journey.
So pause.
We will continue on that journey. And so for you guys, if you know anybody who their daughter needs help, tell them to reach out to me. On my email is misstoyrn@gmail.com. Tell them to send me an email, and we'll talk about, I want to tailor the program to each individual's needs, because what I've learned being a nurse is that everybody's needs are different, and it depends on your circumstances. So I don't want to make just a program that's designed for everybody. I want to make it so that it's really specific to your needs. So today, Layden and I are just going to have a little fun. Part of the program will be dealing with your self-esteem, your how you feel about yourself physically. Do you have any issues with safety and security, that type of thing, because I'm just going by the model that we use in the hospital. And so right now, one of the focuses, I want young people, young women, to be ready when you get out into the workplace. It don't matter what you do, you're going to always have customer service to deal with, no matter, right?
Yep.
You're going to always have to deal with people.
Okay, all right. So
my question to you, Layden.
By the way, okay, you explained all that very detailed, but you have to explain what we're doing. So we have these cards. I don't know where you got this game from, but we have these cards we pulled from this deck with these questions, and that's what we're getting these questions from. It's from a game. It's from a game deck. So
thank you for having my back.
All right. So you going first?
Okay. So my question to you, son. You work in a retail store, and I picked this one because you have really worked in a retail store. A person calls on the phone and asks you if you carry a particular product. What else should you note while you check to see if you have it in stock?
What else should you note?
Yeah, okay, so you want to give them a thorough experience when you come back to the phone. So they ask for the product. Do you say, okay, I'll just focus on the product, or do you have any other information that you would give them? Like, let's say,
well, it just depends. I always give them more information. So it just depends on what they're asking for. If it's way off, like we have nothing like that, then I would suggest, where I think they might have that. It doesn't. I don't care about the competitive stores, whatever. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter to me. So I would have people ask about rollerblades or something. And if it was a skate shop, we're not going to have that. So I tell them where they might be able to find it.
That's a good idea.
Or if it's something that we might have that's close by, then, I'll see if they're interested in, me ordering it from another location or something, but it just depends. So.
Okay. That's a good idea. I like that. I called for something the other day, and someone shared something additional for me. So I do like when you give additional information, because maybe I didn't think about that, or I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, the common mistake is people just give them the yes or no on what exactly they're asking, and then it leaves a bad taste in the customer's mouth, and they don't even want to go in anymore because he or she was just dry on the phone. So
that's true.
Yeah, people can tell if you really want to help them or not.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Okay, you asked me your question. I don't have anything to add to yours. I think you did a good job.
Sweet. Okay, so mine, I pulled, it says, in a restaurant, who is more important, the chef or the waiter or waitress?
Okay, I'm going to answer that they both are, because if you don't give me good customer service, then I'm not happy about that. Mm-hmm. The food's got to be good. So the chef is very important. I'm going to have to say number one on the chef, because the food got to be good. Because even if the girl come and sit it down rudely, I'm not going to make a big deal about it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I do like the customer service. So I'm going to have to answer that the chef is important, but I want good customer service. You have anything else?
Yeah, both. You can't do both. You got to pick one.
Okay, I'm going to say the chef.
Okay, but so if the chef, the food is amazing, it's great, but then the guy comes off and he's just rude and whatever, you're not even going to, it's going to be good, but you just probably take it to go because you're over it. Or he's just not getting a tip, or you don't really talk to him when he comes by. Which is fine, but some people, that means it'll probably be your last time going there altogether because
Because I
the waiter,
wasn't
because of the
impressed.
experience with the waiter or waitress. But if the food, let's say, is not the best, but you really like this person because of how they waited you, then you might come back because the food, you're accepting it being subpar, and you're like, okay, I'm down to be there because I like how they treat me and I like being in there and they're happy and whatever.
That's true. I will say customer service. I mean, that's my job. Customer service is pretty much what I do in terms of in the hospital as a supervisor. The people call me for that. Toy, we need you here for that.
Yeah.
And so that's my
Sorry.
forte.
Okay. Well,
So, but anyway, you're right about that because I do think that being on the front line, and I've also been a waitress before in the family business, and I do like when people are happy when they're smiling when they're eating, and I know that
yeah,
I've
this is better.
contributed to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like it, but at the same time, I mean, I want good food though. I'm telling you.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. But then, yeah, that's true. For sure. The food's got to be good or they're probably not going to come back.
True. So anyway, we're going to end at that note. I just wanted to give young ladies an idea of what we're going to talk about. I definitely want to laugh in my program, and like I said, it'll be tailored to each individual. So we'll be back in a few months. You guys have great holidays. We look forward to talking to you when we get back. One or both of us will be back. And keep in touch with us. I gave you my email. It's toyrn@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know what you need. We have a lot of resources, and so we can help with whatever you need, even if it's not mentoring. If it's something different, we can help with that. And we love you.
Word. We appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot.
Take care of yourself.
Word.